A pleasant day to everyone. Our group will tackle the Module 21, which is the physical development of the intermediate schoolers. Late childhood is generally defined as ages 9 to 12. Others may call this stage as pre-teens. Physical changes during this stage is fairly unpredictable among children in this age group. Intermediate schoolers have more control over their bodies than they have when they are in primary school. They become more active and have a greater liberty to choose the hobbies and sports that they want to get involved in. Early puberty, on the average, girls are generally as much as 2 years ahead of the boys in terms of physical maturity, although this development may be determined by how close a child is to puberty. Puberty may begin early as building breasts for girls, which is an initial sign of puberty. Some girls may also start with menstrual period as early as 8 and some as late as 13. Puberty changes starts when the brain triggers the production of sex hormones. Here are some changes that may happen to both girls and boys during early puberty. In breasts, the girls are having small lumps from behind the nipple. May occur which sometimes could be painful, but eventually the pain goes away and it is normal for one breast to develop more slowly than the other. In boys, the boys are having swelling on their chests but tends to go away within a year or two. In genitals, the girls are having vulva start and increase a bit, their vagina gets longer, and the uterus gets bigger. In boys, there are subtle increase in a testicle size in penis and scrotum starts to grow, and semen may be released when he is awake or even during sleep. In hair growth, hair may start to grow in the armpit and pubic areas of girls. In boys, hair will start to grow and become thicker. New hair will also grow in the armpit and pubic areas around the genitals, and also they have started developing chest and the facial hair. Let us now proceed to height, weight, and muscle development. During the late childhood, child's weight on average may be 2.3 or 3.2 kilograms per year. Weight increase was mainly due to the increase in size of skeletal and muscular system as well as in several organs. An average of 2.5 inches in height and an average inches in head circumference is here. Children during this stage may experience growth spurts. So when we see growth spurts, it is a time during which your baby has more intense growth during a certain period. During this time, they may want to nurse more frequently or change their sleep patterns and generally be like busier or easily get irritated to something. In other words, a growth spurt is a sudden boost in height and weight, so which are usually accompanied by increase in appetite and food patterns. Girls appear to be more chubby, while boys tend to have more lean body mass per inch of height than girls, their own normal part of development. These differences in body composition become more significant during adolescence. Motor skills is the ability to cause predetermined movement outcome with maximum certainty. Motor learning is a relatively permanent change in the ability to perform a skills as a result of practice or experience. Performance is an act of executing motor skills. During this stage, movements of the muscles in the bones become more coordinated at the age of 11 or 10 years old. Most children will have to learn to play sports like swimming, basketball, volleyball, and running. The physical skills become a source of pleasure and great achievement to the children and activities that use large muscle activities. Boys tend to be more nimble than girls. So that is true, that the boys is more quick and light in motions than girls. So The significance in creating physical activities may offer in this stage. Children in the late childhood is far from being physically mature. They become overwhelmed when sitting responding too long than when they are running, jumping, or playing actively. This is because they need time to refine their skills or they preferred active rather than passive movement. When we say active movements, it could be outdoor games like hiking, biking, running outside, or doing something in outdoor games. While passive movement, it could be board games such as dama, snake and ladder, chess, or any game that could be played inside the house. Insecurities. First, let us define what is insecurities. Insecurity is a feeling of uncertainty or anxiety about oneself. It is the lack of confidence. How do we deal about these insecurities? As an adult, we all know this kind of feeling because we have already encountered it. But little did we know that children experience it as well. So at this stage, children may become concerned about their physical appearance. Girls especially may become more aware of their weight and decided to eat less. Boys may become aware of their stature and muscle size and strength. Appropriate activities must be designed so that it will be guided into the right direction. Since this stage can bring a lot of insecurities, parents or teachers must be very cautious for the children. Appropriate activities must be designed so that the children must be guided into the right direction. Children must engage themselves in worthwhile activities that promote healthy growth, give them a feeling of accomplishment, and reduce the risk of certain diseases. In promoting health growth, parents can provide simple, inexpensive activities like set aside family time for a hike, walk, or visit a nearby park. Play games that involve running, hopping, throwing, and catching together. Discourage inactivity by limiting TV viewing and video or computer game playing to less than 2 hours a day so they can promote a proper communication inside their homes. In giving them a feeling of accomplishment, this is very important because sharing success and accomplishment with the children has been shown to be associated with elevated pleasant emotions and well-being. This could boost their self-esteem, feeling of acceptance, and self-worth. In reducing the risk of certain diseases, parents must help the children to be physically active every day, help them eat healthy foods, achieve a healthy weight, and get a checkup or be screened or tested regularly. This stage is also characterized by advanced development of their fine and gross motor skills. Muscle strength and stamina increase as they are offered different physical activities. Implications to child care, education, and parenting. Children may also become interested in physical activities where they interact with their friends and family. Activities which they can share with their parents show children that exercising can be fun. During this stage, children are more physically active. However, they still have a lot of physical maturity to undergo. Here are some points to consider for healthcare providers, teachers, and parents. First is provide ample opportunities at home and in school for physical exercises and sports. Then, encourage children to participate in varied worthwhile activities until they are able to discover the ones that they are interested in. Develop a strong emotional attachment with your children so as to address any insecurities and social concern. And lastly, since children in this stage have more control over their eating habits, provide them healthier food choices. That's all for Module 21. Thank you for listening. Please stand by for the presentation of Module 22.